Hey guys, it's Pilar Newman and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 5 stock picks for October 2021. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a different scenario here because there are a lot of small cap stocks out there that have been taking a beating during this time. And instead of giving you all these new stocks, I actually want to go back and discuss some of the stocks that I have mentioned in previous videos that I do hold in this account that have been beaten up but are now worth picking up even more shares of. I'll also share with you the 2 main stock picks that I am very bullish on, and I continue to pick up more shares in other portfolios as they have been dropping. Okay, so if you are brand new to my channel, my name is Pilar Newman. Hey, on this channel, I share with you all sorts of ways to build your wealth with online businesses, as well as with stock trading and Roth IRA investing. So if that is something that interests you, definitely make sure to go ahead and hit that like button on this video, as well as subscribe to my channel. Additionally, just as a reminder, this video is meant for educational purposes. So these are my opinions on stock picks that I believe are really good picks for the coming years, the coming months, the coming decade. All right, so let's get started. So before we go into my stock pick video for this month, I very quickly wanted to share this graph with you, which is a great representation of how people make money and lose money in the stock market. Now, this is not something that is brand new. It's widely known that if you buy stocks towards the bottom of the hill versus towards the top of the hill, then you are giving yourself a higher chance of seeing greater returns in the stock market. Now, right now, what we are seeing is really negative stock market sentiment with small cap, mid cap, and growth stock companies right now, which is right now an ideal time to actually buy a lot of these stocks that are towards the bottom of the hill. Now, no one can exactly tell you where the bottom of the hill is, but if you buy anywhere towards the bottom of the hill, even if it keeps going down, you're still in a good position to see an upward trend on some of these stocks. Now, I'm going to show you the 2 main stocks that I'm very bullish on, that I've actually purchased more shares of in a different portfolio because the valuation and the risk ratio right now is getting so good that it's just very hard not to want to buy these stocks right now. Okay, so if you are feeling this sort of negative stock market sentiment going on right now with some of these small mid-cap sized companies going down, just remember this graph, right? You're supposed to feel that way, the way you're feeling now, but definitely do not sell your shares at the bottom of the hill. That is the fastest way for you to lose money in the stock market. You want to do the reverse. You actually want to buy towards the bottom of the hill. First on this list is Canopy Growth. Now, this is a Canadian cannabis company. Now, I did share with you in previous videos how I originally purchased this stock back in about 2019 at a purchase price of $16, and I actually held through everything. You know, this stock actually went down to, it was actually $9 in March, intraday price of $9. So if you can imagine buying something at $16, having 100 shares, and it going down $9. If you go back to the graph that I originally showed you, then that is kind of this point of despair and where a lot of people will go ahead and sell their shares. Well, if you want to make money in the stock market, you kind of hold through those crazy roller coaster rides. So earlier this year, I shared with you how in February of 2021, I was able to sell half of those shares in the Fidelity Roth IRA account at a high of about 47 or 50 bucks. Okay, so the remainder of the shares that I have, they're pretty much already paid for, but I kept on with them just in case the price continued to go up. You just never know with the crazy stock market where things are going to go. But I did also mention that if the price did go back down to about $16, my original purchase price, then I would go ahead and pick up more shares, which I did in the Fidelity Roth IRA account. Now, the stock price has continued to go down. Now, this is actually posing a very good risk reward ratio, and I couldn't just stand aside and watch it continue to go down without picking up more shares. So in my Robinhood account, I did go ahead and pick up 350 shares of Canopy Growth at an average price of $13.52. Now, can this stock price go down to $11? Yes, it can. Can it go down to $10? Absolutely, it can. But I'm buying toward the bottom of the hill. I'm giving myself a better chance of seeing greater returns. Now, if this continues to fall down, I may purchase more in this portfolio and simply hold on to the shares to see maximum returns. Okay. Now, this Robinhood account, it's obviously not a retirement protected account, but there is significant potential upside to this that I did want to go ahead and just take this, even if there's going to be capital gains imposed on this account. I was actually fine with that. Okay, so the cannabis industry, it's a up and coming industry. We're not going to see any significant changes or growth within this industry for probably another 2 to 4 years or so. There's still a lot of regulations, a lot of stuff going on the federal level. But, if you buy now, this is kind of a good time to just simply hold, if you can hold in your portfolio, and to see some really awesome returns over the next few years. So Canopy Growth is the first one in this stock pick video. Next on this list is Alibaba. Again, no reason to give additional stock picks when there are already significant opportunities within the stock picks that I've mentioned in previous videos. Now, Alibaba is one of them. I mentioned this stock a few times. It's a very contentious one because you have a lot of bears fighting their thesis, a lot of bulls fighting their thesis, and the price is really showing that the bears are winning. There's a lot of negative sentiment right now around a lot of the China stocks. And that's because China is doing a severe crackdown on a lot of these tech companies, and it's really pushing the price down. So sentiment is really, really low. There is also potential for China stocks to be delisted off of the US stock exchanges. So that is a very real risk. Now, again, the way I look at all of the stocks that I purchase is, am I buying something that has a low risk, high reward ratio? Because if you buy enough of these stocks and you diversify with these stocks, then there is a greater chance for you to make money in the stock markets and see higher returns than you are to see lower returns. Okay. So Alibaba is one of these companies where I do feel that the low risk, high return ratio is so in my favor that I want to go ahead and buy more. Now, in the Fidelity Roth IRA account, there is absolutely no more money left around to kind of keep moving around to buy more. So I'm actually holding this stock in the Fidelity Roth IRA account at an average price of $219. So it was actually purchased around, I want to say it was around March, April. Okay. So as it's been going down, I decided to go ahead once again in the Robinhood account, purchase now 35 shares of the stock. I just did this on Friday. The average cost per share is $144.91. Now, again, can this continue going down? There's a good chance that it may go down. It can go down to $120. It can go down to $80. Now, again, if that's the case, I might go ahead and buy more. Okay, so this is one of those stocks where you may have to wait another year or two to actually see your returns. But once the returns really start to come in, I do think that this is going to be one that is going to surprise everyone, and it's going to come back in a very, very fast manner. So Alibaba, the Chinese e-commerce giant, is my second stock pick for this month. Third on this list is the Energizer company. Now, this is a household brand name company. A lot of people have Energizer batteries as well as lighting products in their homes, and their stock price has been on this downward spiral due to inflationary pressures, due to supply bottlenecks, and the Energizer company has been trying to mitigate all this by increasing the prices of their products. Now, that's in order for them to not get hit so severely on their bottom line line with their profit margins. Now, the Energizer company is not the only company going through inflationary pressure issues. You have the PepsiCo company, as well as another company coming up that I'm going to mention. And so right now is a very good time to look at the Energizer stock, because this is the time of the year, this winter time, where a lot of people are really starting to buy and consume more battery related products. So now that the stock price is down, would be a good time to take a look at this stock. So you can see here at the end of, the big hit that we had in March, April of 2020, it went all the way down to $27.24. And right now their stock price is towards the bottom of the hill, and we're looking at a stock price of $39.64. It did reach a high in April of 2021 of $50.64. And so this would be a good time to pick up more of this stock. Fourth on the list is Coinbase. Now, this is one of those stocks where you either are a believer of the cryptocurrency movement or you're not. Now, I will admit that early on, I really just wasn't a believer in crypto, right? I looked at it sort of as a scammy thing. Now, obviously, there's a lot of regulation that still needs to happen along the way. So we're looking at a few, years and maybe even a couple of decades of a timeline. But cryptocurrency is really starting to move up. There's starting to be an uptick in institutional buying. We're starting to see Bitcoin credit cards. We're starting to see AMC movie theaters and other businesses talk about accepting cryptocurrency as a payment for their products. And even recently, we saw the CEO of Twitter mention that they are going to start accepting crypto as a way for their creators to get tipped in their tip jar, right? So it's something that even if you don't understand cryptocurrency, you can see where cryptocurrency was 10 years ago, where there was barely any talk or any interest, to how massively it's moved up in our time right now. So this overhaul of our financial system, I think, is not going to go away. I think the younger generation behind us are starting to, kind of revolt around the traditional financial and banking systems. And I think that they have a lot of say, and I think that they are going to dictate the future, and they like crypto. And Coinbase is one of those exchange platforms that I do believe is going to benefit from this movement. Now, with that said, I do believe that this is one of the highest risk stocks to buy. So this is a stock that you should consider if you have time on your side to invest and to see this out, to see where crypto goes and all the regulations and everything that we are going to come up to. And I think that this is something that, the younger generation really should start buying at the moment, because if we had bought Bitcoin years back, which is one of the most popular coins right now, you could have very easily become a millionaire if you bought Bitcoin, right? Same thing as Ethereum, same thing as Litecoin. So I think the cryptocurrency exchanges are going to see tremendous growth over the next decade. And I think buying early on is going to be a very good bet. Last on this list is the Anheuser Busch company. Now, I recently mentioned this stock in one of my previous stock pick videos, and this is an easy one for me. I think this is one of the most low risk stock to invest in right now. This well-known company had a few bad quarters. They overestimated people's interest in hard seltzer beers, so they had an extra inventory of this. I actually used the Ibotta grocery savings app, and I saw a lot of these hard seltzer beers on there. So they were giving away tons of free coupons, tons of insane deals that you can go to the stores and buy all this hard seltzer up. So they had that to deal with. They also have a lot of people who are interested in more craft beers. So the Anheuser Busch company is now starting to introduce a lot more craft beer names to their very large portfolio of beers. So with the inflationary pressures, with supply bottlenecks, I think this all added up to where the price is right now. Now, today we're currently seeing the price at $56.50. I think, to me, this is an opportunity to start buying in. I do still suspect there's a bit more downward pressure, and I want to say into the lower 50s. But again, this is another good stock to look into. Beer is not going anywhere. Liquor is not going anywhere. They have a lot of brands under their portfolio. It's just a lot of bad quarters that they went through at the moment. So I do think that Anheuser Busch is another good company to get into right now. So guys, this month's stock pick video was a bit different. And again, it was because there are a lot of good stocks mentioned in some of the previous videos that I have recorded for you guys that I believe are just showing even more massive opportunities. You don't need to go find new stocks to buy into. You really just need to dial in on those stocks that you are, most bullish on, that you believe in, and literally just kind of buy more into those share prices as they are going down. Okay. Those are the best opportunities to start buying. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please do me a quick favor. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more information on how to make money online and how to build your wealth with stocks. And I will see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.